Hi YouTube, and this is JTrain997, and I'm back this time with another G.I. Joe The Rise of Cobra review. This time my Walmart exclusive Ninja Battle set, Snake Eyes vs. Storm Shadow. Now, this set came out a while back. I wasn't in a huge hurry to get it. I'm just coming around now to picking it up. Now, it does come with a Arashikage tattoo over here. And it comes with a Snake Eyes and a Storm Shadow, which are both their Rise of Cobra original figures, just straight up repainted. Not too crazy about the color scheme they picked for those, but more on that once they're out of the package. It also comes with the Arashikage temple in the background here. You can see the little pillar and everything that connects. There's some nice detailing in the side of the box, but I don't think that expands like the other Rise of Cobra Walmart exclusive battle stations. Of course, one big great thing about the set is the numerous amount of accessories you get. You can see over here you get 2 hook swords, machine gun, canister of nanites, oversized rocket launcher, a bow. Over here on this side you have another oversized rocket launcher, numerous wooden weapons, a nanite launcher, what looks to be an arrow, and a Mars pistol. And I know there's a few other accessories in there. Of course, the bottom of the box, both their file cards. They're the exact same file cards as their original Rise of Cobra rendition, so I'm not going to bother reading them. Of course, onto the back. Some really nice detail in that background, but I do think it's taking away from the fact that all you get is the flooring and the overhead little beam. All this cool little background that makes it look more like a dojo is not included. Down here it just says, Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow are powerful ninjas and deadly enemies. When they meet in battle, the intensity of their duel shatters everything around them. Not even the ancient stone pillars of a dojo will survive when these two arch rivals face each other in battle. So, this looks like a pretty awesome set. Let's pull these bad boys out of packaging. And here we have the temple base and Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow both out of packaging, striking very menacing poses. Now, before we get on to the temple base, I want to talk about each individual figure. Now, when I first reviewed this Snake Eyes, I said it was a pretty weak figure. I didn't like it all that much. I thought the paint was poor. I just overall wasn't fond of it. I thought it was a very weak first Snake Eyes. Now, it's the same figure repainted, but I do like the fact that his joints move a bit freer. Not too crazy about the paint. The brown camo pants with the lighter gray camo shirt with the almost translucent blue visor, as you can see there. Of course, I have him holding this larger staff and wearing a backpack, which came in there. Of course, let's pull him off the base, get this out of his hands. He holds it very well. Like I said, articulation is very smooth. A little stiff in the knees at the leg, but once you got it going, it's fine. Of course, he has this pistol belt, which is hanging in it's connected all the way around. It's very awkward, but it really doesn't hinder anything. So, Snake Eyes is a very solid figure. I enjoy him. Let's get him on the base and out of the way really quick, and move on to Storm Shadow. Now, I wasn't too crazy about this Storm Shadow's design. There's a lot of intricate red and floral design. Well, not necessarily floral designs, but just little things on his outfit that make him look more like a ninja than a Cobra ninja. But overall, he's still a pretty awesome figure. Oh, I almost forgot. He does have the holster in the side here for his Mars pistol, but doesn't fit all that great. But that's a problem that I had with the original Storm Shadow. I, of course, have him holding both his hook swords, and he's wearing his dual katanas and their sheaths. Something interesting, though, that the Storm Shadow didn't have originally is a little notch on his back to help the holster or sheaths fit better, which I think is very nice. So, pulling him off the base. Once again, very surprising articulation with this, even a little bit better than the first Storm Shadow we received. Holds these hook swords perfectly. Of course, legs are extremely hindered, so if you want him in any other pose other than standing, you're going to be pretty screwed. So, I really like this Storm Shadow. Surprisingly much, just wish they would have gone for a different design, but that's just my personal opinion. So let's move on to the Ninja base. And here we have the Ninja base. Now, I also have the little weapons rack sitting right here. As you can see, the weapons love to fall off this little rack, but you actually get 2 of these staffs, as you can see. 2 of these sword sheaths with removable swords. The actual weapons rack is pretty nicely detailed. You have a little candle detail over here. little thing over here. Of course, the Ninja logo is on there as well. So pushing those off to the side. Also with this set, which I forgot to mention earlier, you get the Wolf Claw from the first Storm Shadow, the oversized Storm Shadow's first rocket launcher, the oversized Snake Eyes first rocket launcher. Of course, about 4 ninja swords, a quote-unquote wooden training sword, a staff. Let's see. Not quite sure what this is supposed to be, but yeah, there's about 2 of these. Oh wait, that looks like it connects right about there. Staff, maybe. Not 100% on that, don't want to say. A bow, and, oops, I dropped it. Crap. An arrow. Of course, a nanite launcher with a canister of nanites. Sadly, like with most of the accessories, they went with a straight up just black paint job. Lost a lot of the detail, and a machine gun. So pretty much you get everything the standard Storm Shadow Snake Eyes would come with, plus some, which is always great. Now let's move on to the Ninja Temple base. Now, let's get a quick overview of it. You can see there's actually some nice detail on there, like some discarded weapons lying around. But none of those are removable. Now, something that they don't even mention on the box, and like I said, I didn't pick this up originally in the Valor vs. Venom line. It's a completely destructible temple base set. Now, first off, I was like, oh man, this is amazing. They really should push this on the box, because I didn't even get it all that this thing was destructible. And even the wooden pillars connect well, as you can see here, and then boom, right back apart. You can put them up like they're kind of halfway destroyed. But then you get to the big issue with this, which is that while it comes apart easy enough, it doesn't really stay on well at all, which I'll try to put it all back up here really quick. I say really quick, it'll probably take me a second. Because when I first saw this, I'm like, oh man, I really want this to be one of the focuses of my G.I. Joe display. And then you get to putting this thing together, and it hardly fits together. As you can see now, it's all wobbling around. And even the like you can see now how it's fully put up. The slightest movement, as you can see there, it's shaking all over the place. Really makes posing the figures on here a very big issue. I mean, there should have been some snaps, something that could have kept this base together better. Because while it looks awesome, while being destructible is a really awesome feature, not staying together makes putting this on a display a nightmare. Because if I reach over to move a figure that's, say, behind it, brush past this thing, or even just touch the side of the base, 90% of the time it's going to fall over. So let's get a comparison to Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow actually on the temple base. As you can see there, the size comparison. Now, there are 3 different pegs, well actually 4 different pegs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 different pegs that I'm counting. I feel like they count from Sesame Street. But, of course, any one of these pegs you can take, and let's see how well it fits with the foot pegs of the Rise of Cobra figures. Locate one. Pretty well, actually. I'm not having any huge trouble fitting him on here. Uh-oh, you can see that base starting to go. Money says I knock it over before the end of this review. Of course, Storm Shadow over here. Oh, Snake Eyes, you're unarmed. Here, let's give you these. Okay. So, they actually connect to the base surprisingly well. Connecting to the base on some of the older figures and vessels is something I've had a problem with on the Rise of Cobra line, but here it's actually really nice. So, there you have the temple base and the Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes. Now, I've really actually enjoyed the set. A lot of you messaged me and said, oh man, this set is terrible, don't pick it up. It's actually a bit hard to find. Only one Walmart out of 3 in my area is carrying this. Here's my one of 2 major gripes about this set. It has a $20 price tag. Now, $20 in itself isn't bad. It's actually what I feel is a fair price for the set. But at the same time, you look at the battle stations, which are only 15 bucks. You get an area, just like the temple base, 2 figures, and accessories. Now, granted, there are multiple more accessories in this, and you get the weapons rack, and you get the oversized launchers. Pretty much everything that comes with a Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow figure come with this set, plus some. So you really get into, this does come with more, but is that really worth $5 extra? Personal opinion, I would say it would. This would be a great Christmas present. If you just want to skip buying them individually or can't buy them individually, you get a great set, extra accessories. The price is kind of a gripe for me, but the biggest problem I have is the temple base being so very wobbly. Connects absolutely terribly and makes this a nightmare. I mean, just having this set up, it's going to fall over nearly constantly. I can already tell. I'll probably, in one of my more angry moods, have to apply clear nail polish to get these things to stick together, because I don't really see having it damaged that much in my display. But overall, I still like it. It's a little weak from having the weak display stand in the back, but still a very solid set. $20 I think is still a nice price for it. And this is JTrain 997. I'd go a solid 7 on this base. Had this stood, it would actually be looking at around a 9, but unfortunately it doesn't. So this is JTrain 997, and I'll see you soon, YouTube.